to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. Last week, we talked about meditation practice and how it is one of the ways to connecting to our Creator. This week, we are talking about Daniel, who Daniel is, and the messages that Daniel wants you to hear. So keep listening, my friends, to find out what Daniel wants you to know. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you all today? How was your week? Have you been keeping those vibes of yours high? Has anyone had any manifesting breakthroughs? If you have, I would love for you to either tell me through Apple Podcasts in a review, or you can email me at christinerizzo@christinerizzo.com. And I will read your email on an episode so we can share it with everyone else. I love celebrating people's wins. It helps others to see that manifesting does exist, and it is possible to attract what you want when you really believe and when you do the work. We are more powerful than we realize. Take it in, my friends, and start implementing it into your life. Before we get into talking all about Daniel, who he is and where the name came from, I wanted to read a breakthrough that Gen X82 had when it comes to manifesting. And here is what she wrote. Manifesting is something that has been repeatedly showing itself in my life over the last several months. I felt like it was a sign. I needed to learn more about it, so I looked up podcasts on the subject, and the manifesting formula was one of the first ones that popped up, and I instantly connected with Christine. Maybe it was because we're both New Yorkers. I'm from Brooklyn originally. I binged the episodes in less than 2 weeks, loved them all, and Christine's laid-back approach. In one of the episodes, you gave the assignment to focus on something you don't see every day, and then wait 48 hours and see what happens. I decided to give it a try, although truthfully, I didn't put a lot of hardcore focus on the thing I wanted to see because I wasn't sure I believed it would happen. I asked to see a snail because I have seen one in the last 10 years where I now live. Well, 2 days later, I sat down to read a story out of a magazine to my kids that they wanted me to read. And what was on the page? A giant snail, which is what the story was about. You did say the universe has a sense of humor. Anyway, I decided it was just a coincidence and moved on. The next day, my kids asked to watch the movie Turbo, something they have never asked to watch before. I put it on, and it's a movie about snails. Okay, universe, I hear you loud and clear. It taught me that I am more powerful than I give myself credit for, and I need to be mindful of the things I'm giving thought to, because I might just manifest that too. Thanks for the show, Christine. You're so welcome, Jen. Thanks for writing in and leaving a review. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do that for this podcast. See how the universe works, my friends? It's not always how we think we're going to see what we're wanting to. I'm so happy, Jen, that you now realize the power that you have within yourself and that there really are no such things as a coincidence. You manifested that, my friend. We all have the power to deliberately create, and that is why it is so important to try and focus on what we are thinking about every day so we can attract the things that we want into our life instead of attracting the things that we don't want. So, last week we talked about one of the secrets to manifesting. This week we're going to talk about our connection to our Creator, which for me is Daniel. And I'm also going to read to you a few of the messages that our Creator has left for me and has waited for this podcast to be created so the messages can be heard by all of you as well. But before we go there, I wanted to come from a place of gratitude so we can feel the emotion of being grateful as well as my favorite emotion, the emotion of love. So, my friends, what are you grateful for today? Think about it and feel the love. Feel your vibes rise. Before I tell you what I am thankful for, I wanted to give you a challenge. When you are in your car this week and you come to a light, I want you to start telling yourself and the universe what you are thankful for. I used to do this all the time. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't happen to drive as much as I used to, which is one of the benefits of working from home. And since we are on that subject, I have to say that is what I am thankful for. I am so grateful that I get to work out of my home and that I get to work with my clients over the internet. I absolutely love it. My clients have no idea. Well, they will now, but more than half the time, like 90% of the time, I am still in my comfy cozies, which are my pajama bottoms. They only see me from the waist up, so why not? Plus, I sit Indian style in my office chair. That's exactly how I meditate as well. Crisscross applesauce. I need to be super comfy when coaching my clients, where I'm fully focused on them. Okay, my friends, it's time to give a big shout out to all of those listening in South Africa, as well as in the state of Arizona. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the Manifesting Formula. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get into today's episode. Who is Daniel? Where did the name come from? And how did Daniel appear? First, I want to explain that Daniel is not a he or a she. Daniel is not a pronoun. Daniel is our creator and is a form of energy. Now, I don't want you to think that our creator is named Daniel because it's not. It's just that I will refer to our creator as Daniel only to those I'm super close to because they know my story and how the name came about. Okay, so where did the name Daniel come from? Years ago, I was taking a course by Gabby Bernstein. I'm sure many of you have heard of her, but for those of you that haven't, she happens to be one of my mentors that started me on a more spiritual path. I would always say, I'm going to be the combination of Brooke Castillo, Jen Sincero, and Gabby Bernstein, a kick ass coach with an amazing sense of humor, and add in a manifesting queen, put all three together, and who do we get? Christine Rizzo. So, for those of you that don't know of Brooke Castillo, she is very well known in the coaching industry. She was my coach as well as many others. She was my mentor, and I studied under her and became a life coach. I took a lot of my teachings from Brooke combined with Gabby, Abraham, Byron Katie, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Jen Sincero, and we cannot forget the all time Rhonda Byrne. Getting back to my story, I was taking a course of Gabby's, and she was talking about connecting to your spirit guide, how everyone has one, and that if you ask to connect with them and are open to it, to try it during meditation. I was meditating for a while already. I didn't have a problem connecting, and I knew that I was definitely going to be able to connect to my spirit guide. I just felt it. Probably because I was very open to meeting whoever my spirit guide was. Let me explain a little bit of my background. I grew up with a pretty spiritual mom. Growing up, we would go to psychics and even have psychic parties. I learned astrology very young from my mom, doing her friends' charts, as well as any boy my sister and I were dating. I mean, she would constantly be like, yeah, he's not right for you. Your charts just don't align. His Virgo moon squares your Sagittarius sun. I mean, that is what I grew up with, my friends. So trust me, if you were to throw out a month and a day, I can immediately tell you what sign that date falls under. All of my friends growing up would ask me to tell them if their sign and their boyfriends matched up. Astrology was in my everyday conversation growing up, and it is now in my children's. So thank you, Mom, for raising me the way you did. Anyway, getting back to the story. So, the idea of connecting with my spiritual guide was like having kids after you get married. That's the next step in the meditation process, getting closer to our creator. So, hell yeah, I was more than excited. I actually remember that I couldn't wait to meditate the next morning. Well, the next morning came around and I connected, and Daniel came. And then I asked, are you my spiritual guide? And Daniel answered yes. Now, the answers didn't come in the traditional yes and no voice in my head. The answers came through my body moving ever so slightly back and forth, exactly like how a pendulum moves. I first asked, what does the answer yes feel like? and my body moved front to back. Then I asked, what does no feel like? And my body moved side to side. I then asked if I could ask questions and would they answer them for me. My body moved front to back, so I knew that was the answer yes. I asked what their name was, and the first name that popped into my head was Daniel. I asked if their name was Daniel, and my body again moved front to back. Daniel went on to tell me answers, many answers that I had questions to. We connected with one another every day, and I felt whole. I felt complete. I felt so much love. I told Daniel that my favorite number is 4, but my special number is 44. From then on, Daniel showed me the number 44 wherever I went, on license plates, on the clock in the car. Whenever I would look at my phone, the time would read 2:44 or 11:44, 10:44. It happened all the time. I was shown the number 44 on receipts, signs, phone numbers, jerseys of athletes. It was pretty incredible. And I knew that Daniel was showing me this number every day to let me know that I am loved, that I am protected, and that Daniel is always with me. Every time I am shown the number 44, I thank Daniel. I am grateful, knowing that I always have our Creator watching out for me. That's right, my friends. Daniel is our Creator because we are all one. My spirit guide is my Creator. My Creator is within me, and I am my Creator. My spirit guide came because that is what I was wanting to connect with. So, whatever it is that we think we want, that is what will be created. What we think, we create. It's the power of the mind. If I would have originally asked if I'm connecting with our Creator, the answer would have been yes. How do I know that? Because we are all one. And Daniel told me that Daniel is my Creator. Daniel was always my Creator. It's just that I was wanting to find my spirit guide. So that is what was shown to me. You see, whatever we think is in the universal world outside of our Creator really is our Creator. Any ancestors that have passed, Abraham, Buddha, Jesus, as we are all one. So when someone goes to a medium and the medium is talking to a spirit that has passed on, it's really our Creator talking, as there is only you and your Creator. So let me read to you a few messages that Daniel wrote. Let me first explain how this happened. While meditating, I would ask Daniel if it would be okay to write through me. And that is exactly what took place. I would hear the words in my head, and my hand would just write with my eyes closed as I was listening to the words to be written. So, my friends, I'm going to read 2 separate messages that Daniel wanted me to share with those of you around the world listening. You may want to get your journals out so you can write this down. Are you ready? Here we go. It's okay to not be right. It's okay to not control. It's okay to just be and let others be. It's not about that in life. It's something that you don't necessarily realize that you are doing, but you are, and it's time to let go. Let go so you can do and create what you are wanting to. Let go so you can be at peace with who you are and be okay with who you are. When you learn to fully love, then you can accept everyone for who they are. You will get there. Keep loving. Here is one more that I wanted to share with you. Love is love is love is love. That is why we are here. People need to start understanding that you will only be able to be once you have learned to love all. You cannot ever be until you fully love. Go out and touch as many people and their hearts as you can. Show them their purpose. Let them understand the truth through love. When you love, you create. You cannot create without love. Wow, pretty incredible, right? I just love these 2 messages. They are strong and very clear as to why we are here. One day, I will do a full episode on the many messages from Daniel, as I know the universe is wanting them to be heard. One more thing. I still refer to our creator as Daniel because I was having a hard time giving up the name. I asked if it was okay, and of course, Daniel replied with, "My name isn't important. What is important is that you know I am you and you are me. Call me what you choose. Just know that we are one." Before I go, I wanted to give you a few details if you are interested in working with me one-on-one. In my 6-month coaching program, we will work closely together, clearing the blocks that are holding you back from manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. In my 6-month coaching program, I will teach you a lifetime of tools that you will be able to use every day in your life. We will meet weekly for 60 minutes through Zoom, where we will go deeper into manifesting. You will also get access to me in between our sessions through either email, text, Marco Polo, or WhatsApp for when you have questions or if you are going through something that you are having trouble figuring out. I mean, how great is that? Pretty amazing, I think. I record a weekly video for you on the topic that was spoken about during our session, so you can go back anytime to remind yourself what we went over. You will get super fun assignments that will help to keep you accountable for reaching your goals. You will also get a copy of my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, as well as weekly affirmations sent to you that pertain to your sessions. My friends, this is what it's all about, learning to become a master at manifesting. So if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can sign up for a consult in the show notes, or you can go to my website, www.christinerizzo.com. Thank you, my friends, for listening to the Manifesting Formula. Have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Sending you all so much love and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. My friends, if you are interested in coaching with me one-on-one, where we will meet weekly for private sessions, I would love to work with you so you can start manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. In my 6-month coaching program, where we will work closely together, clearing the blocks that are holding you back from manifesting everything that you have ever wanted, I will teach you lifetime tools that you'll be able to use every day in your life. We will meet weekly for 60 minutes through Google Meets, where we will go deeper into manifesting. You will also get access to me in between our sessions through either email, text, Marco Polo, or WhatsApp for when you have questions or if you're going through something that you have trouble figuring out. I will be right there with you. I will also record a weekly video for you on the topic that was spoken about during our session, so you can go back anytime to remind yourself what we went over. You will get super fun assignments that will help to keep you accountable for reaching your goals. You will also get a copy of my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, Start Living the Life You Deserve, as well as weekly affirmations sent to you that pertain to your sessions. My friends, this is what it's all about, learning to become a master at manifesting. So if you're interested in going deeper into manifesting and working with me one-on-one, sign up for a 30-minute consult in the show notes. Or you can go to my website at www.christinerizzo.com and sign up for your 30-minute consult. Just click the link in the show notes. It's as simple as that. I look forward to meeting you and helping you create the life you deserve.